It's Thursday already. Here we are looking at Friday, and on that note, looking at a better and improved weekend weather-wise. We'll, of course, pinpoint that in much more detail with your Licking Valley RACC forecast in just a few moments. And we're checking in with Licking Valley and AEP tonight in regards to updates on power outages. Thousands of customers without power immediately after the storms that rolled through this week. Well, how are they faring now? We've got some numbers to post for you. And also an update into what exactly caused that situation at the 911 dispatch center and community center in McGoffin County. Also an auto accident today that tied up traffic and sent one local man to the hospital. And, I was going to go in with the line, we're not having Founders Day this year, and then leave it at that, but that might put everyone into a tizzy. We're having a celebration. Mayor Shepard will elaborate on it, talk about the meeting that had dismal turnout at best, but also some tweaks that might be being made to the upcoming celebration for Labor Day, and we'll talk about that in more detail in just a few moments. First, before I go any further, apologies. From time to time, technical difficulties arise in many forms and fashions. We've got one show, what feels like thousands of miles of wires in here in-house, two networks and varying means of getting the show out each and every evening. So from time to time we experience some technical difficulties. Last night's was on me for those Foothills viewers out there, and we do apologize. Turns out I finally, just a few moments ago, traced down a relay which I think fell due to the electrical issues that we experienced here at the newsroom during or after the storms. It took a while to trace it down. I think we're back up and running. I know we had audio and no video until the last 3 or 4 moments last night, but I think we've isolated it, and I've made that repair, and then we'll, of course, have another one, something else to happen in the hopefully distant future, but we'll try to stay on top of things. And once again, we apologize and thank you for your understanding. Last night's show, of course, we discussed the feeding program throughout the school system. That was a bit of a repeat with just some more details, as we'd had some technical difficulties a few weeks ago of another nature when we tried to run that report initially. And I'll be talking tonight, as we did last night, about the updates with electricity and 911. So we'll get you caught up to date on all those topics. Before we go any further, we'll talk about an auto accident in Sagersville earlier today. The accident itself involved 2 vehicles. One driver went to the hospital, non-life-threatening injuries, and it perhaps slowed down traffic. Not perhaps, it did slow down traffic for quite some time, as it did happen during a busy stretch of the day.
It happened just in front of what we still refer to as the old Chevron location. Some things are hard to change. 2-vehicle auto accident was triggered after one vehicle, white pickup truck, was stopped in traffic that was backed up from the red light. The damage done to the rear and other side of the pickup truck. A vehicle approaching it from behind. The driver did not stop in time and collided with the rear of the pickup truck. Both drivers were talking in response to the driver of the passenger car refused medical treatment at the scene. The driver of the pickup truck, identified as Neil Gibson, was taken to the Palby Hall Medical Center by TransStar as a precaution for what was considered to be non-life-threatening injuries. The accident is under investigation by the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department. It's my understanding McGoffin County Sheriff's Deputy Neil Adams was actually only 1 or 2 cars behind or in front of the accident when it occurred. Faster, friendlier, family-owned Parkway Pharmacy, open 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday in the new McGoffin Medical Plaza under the care of local pharmacist Jesse Rudd. To make Parkway Pharmacy your pharmacy, come by or give us a call at 349-4400.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Have you ever noticed how many insurance commercials and advertisements are on television nowadays? You can't watch your favorite program without seeing a little pig or green lizard trying to sell you insurance and get your money for their premiums. But let me ask you this. If you have been in a serious wreck, do you really think that you are in good hands of the insurance companies when you have lost wages, medical bills, and pain and suffering from your head to your toes? The answer is no. If you want to truly be in good hands, give me a call. I'm attorney Donald Wayne McFarland. Let me put my 20 years of experience in working to protect the rights of injured people to work for you. 349-9000.
Remember when they invented the peanut butter cup? Bringing peanut butter and chocolate together. Pure genius. Well, the Sonom Enduro has done the same thing for wireless. Right now at Appalachian Wireless, you'll find the tough, dependable Sonom Enduro. This flip phone is great for the job or weekend warrior, but you can also access the internet and take great pictures with a 2-megapixel camera. Get it now, the best of both worlds, just like the Peanut Butter Cup. Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings.
Wheel alignments, oil changes, brakes, suspension work, and tires. Thousands of tires by all the major manufacturers, all in stock and at incomparable prices. All backed with 33 years of service and experience, the area's largest tire selection, and 6 months no interest at Conley's in Paintsville. Frito Rocks is more than just gravel. They've got mulch in red, brown, and black, river rock in 4 different sizes, new rainbow rock for an entirely new landscape feature, metal and double wall plastic pipe, masonry sand, and rock, every size from DGA to 57s to class 2 and 3. And they have delivery and excavation and dozer services. And special hours Monday through Friday, 4:30 till 9 p.m. and Saturdays 9 till 4. For orders, call Frito Rocks on Route 7 at 496-7776. You can be playing, relaxing, and enjoying your brand new lifestyle in just days with one call to Baker's Pool Supply. Over 38 years of professional installation at affordable prices on above-ground and in-ground swimming pools. Or if you're ready to open your pool for the season, you need a new liner, a solar cover, some parts, or the best in BioGuard chemicals or salts, Baker's is your full-service answer, serving all of Kentucky and surrounding states with complete satisfaction, and they offer financing. 800-633-7102 or bakerspoolsupply.com.
Licking Valley RECC had about 5,000 customers without electricity right after the storms. For the American Electric Power Company in this particular region, they had about 15,000 customers during the onset. As I spoke last evening with representatives of both, they still had a few hundred for Licking Valley RECC in their area and a few thousand for AEP. I got to speak today again with both representatives, and as was the case with Licking Valley last night, Curry Howard tells me that they believe at this time they still have 100% of everyone online. Now, that is with the exception of about 5 accounts, mostly in Wolfe County. There are some individuals who have service problems on their property, on the homeowner's property, where the service might have been ripped from the side of the home or something of that nature that has to be repaired before they can restore electricity back to their residents. But by all other accounts, they were very pleased that they had everyone back online and in service with Licking Valley RECC. I spoke with Tim Hall once again of American Electric Power, who says they too have been working very hard, and they still had some customers in their region or coverage area for that particular office still without power, but they're hopeful of restoring everyone back online within the coming hours.
Maybe more so now than before March the 2nd of 2012, but a menacing display of clouds that rolled through and over the viewing and surrounding area and a great swath of eastern Kentucky that left behind a great deal of damage in their wake. Winds, the biggest problem, as I told you yesterday. Straight line winds confirmed at 90 to 100 miles per hour. Lee and Wolfe counties the hardest hit. Elsewhere, for example, the viewing area, parts of it seeing 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, causing a great deal of damage for electrical lines. Those in Magoffin County we saw yesterday on the program included this particular scene on 460 that had about 288 customers out until late last evening when contracting crews hired through AEP arrived on scene to make this repair and a few others. All in all, AEP had 15,000 customers out right after the storm. By yesterday, around 4 o'clock, that number was down to 4,000. Tim Hall tells me today that he believes that Magoffin County, except for a few isolated cases to where there may be something on the owner's property that's keeping them from having electricity connected, should be 100% back online.
We have a couple little tickets there, like 4 customers around in Magoffin County, but we're pretty sure they're on as part of the other outage. We had some of it drop back out today. They're going down towards Elk Creek. The trees took it out, but they got them cleared up. It's all back on, so they are. Paintsville group is cleared up out of the Paintsville office.
So how are you guys faring overall then right now?
We're doing well. We've got 200 outside people in here working, and we're down to in Pikeville, like Pikeville office 400, and the South Williamson office is around 700. And we've had just numerous broken poles back in the mountains and stuff.
In a follow-up from one of last night's reports, McGoffin County's 911 center itself was a scene of emergency during the storms. A high-voltage 7,200-volt electrical line, a utility line, came into contact with a structure they now believe. It broke and then flailed about, striking all sorts of things in its path. And I've learned since that those high-level, high-voltage lines, they don't throw a transformer or a breaker because they don't have transformers or breakers in that line. And that caused a very serious danger to a lot of area residents, those who were in the vicinity, those who were in 911, and fortunately didn't step outside.
As 911 Director Scott Jenkins told us on last night's program, they forwarded services on over to the Kentucky State Police Post 9 in Pikeville, realizing that they may have to evacuate the building. For a few moments, though, they couldn't. That high-voltage wire actually broke and was striking the gutter on the side of the building. The building, it actually broke another guide wire, burnt it in two, coming in contact with it. And it also caused a small fire. It fell onto a cable line which ran across the roof of the building, energized it. That cable line then caused a small fire in the roof that had to be cut out. Fire Chief Paul Howard tells us that they have since opened up most of the building, but not all, and have determined what they believe to be the cause.
We come up with the main power line apparently has, with the wind the other night, has swung and touched the antenna next to the 911 center and had shorted out and burning too. What they're going to do when they put the main line back up, they're going to put a bushing, they call it a sleeve on it, that insulates it from if it touches anything, rather than the expense of moving the antenna. The antenna is somewhere around $15,000 to move. The daycare center, 911, and the gymnasium is open right now. That we got secured, all the area, and that is secured. The alarm system, everything works. We've got the senior citizen section of it still closed down until we can get an electrical inspector in there and check out the wiring and the damage to the roof of the senior citizen.
A couple of things I just got in for the calendar that I need to read off before we go on to the further calendar announcements. The Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church on Pleasant Hill is hosting Vacation Bible School starting Sunday, going from the Sunday the 15th through Thursday the 19th of next week, 6:30 to 8:30 nightly. Everyone's invited to attend, and the McGoffin County Head Start program is now taking applications for kids 3 and 4 years of age to give your child a Head Start. Call 349-3488. And the Substance Abuse Free Environment Coalition regular monthly meeting has been set for June the 18th at noon. Yes, I have to check the calendar in front of me. That's next Wednesday at noon. I've got a few days to remind you about that, and I will have that on the calendar forthcoming. With that said, here's the rest of our calendar brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau.
This one says a happy birthday belated wish to Anna Mae Cole. Anna Mae's birthday on the 11th on yesterday's date, so a day late I'm told to wish a happy belated birthday from Marcy, Denise, Sally, and your brother Wes. Happy birthday to you. And this one simply says happy birthday to a wonderful sister-in-law and good friend. Happy birthday, Laura. Hope you have many, many, many more. This says happy birthday to Kelly Lee Miller from your grandson. And nope, that was for tomorrow. About to let the cat out of the bag on that one. Happy birthday to these folks, one and all. Oh, but here's one that goes on today. Happy birthday to Adam McCoon on today, June 12. Happy birthday to you from a host of friends and family. Happy birthday, Adam. From your McGoffin County Extension Office, 4-H Camp Orientation is tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the evening at the Extension Office. The So What Quilters, I like that name, they're going to be meeting at 9 o'clock Saturday at the McGoffin County Extension Office. All are invited to attend. And the Junior Homemakers having a car washing fundraiser Saturday between DQ and Lee's. The next diabetic education class discussing nutrition basics and staying healthy with diabetes tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning at your McGoffin County Health Department, free and open to all. They hope you will attend. If you or someone you know is dealing with diabetes, you will learn something and take some information back with you for yourself and or others. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock at the McGoffin County Health Department. And don't forget, our friends at Lakefront Church of God are hosting a car wash to raise some funds for their church and organization. They're doing so at the Sagersville Dairy Queen. Well, you know what? I'm just now catching on that somebody's got a date wrong. I've got the So What Quilters 9 o'clock Saturday. The Junior Homemakers, a car wash fundraiser Saturday, June the 14th at DQ at 10. And then I've got the Lakefront Church of God. And I'm going to be calling somebody at all these locations to figure out who's got their wires crossed. I'll straighten it out for you tomorrow. Just happened to catch that right then. The descendants of the late Dave and Jacqueline Whitaker are going to have their annual reunion this Saturday at the Old Gun Creek Church at noon. They're going to gather in the fellowship hall. Ask that you join them and bring a covered dish if you can. If you have any questions, call 349-2599, ladies and gentlemen. And another reminder about the Relay for Life Spaghetti Dinner. It's tomorrow night, 5 to 7, at the New Bethel Assembly of God on Burning Fork. Come by the church, get a great meal, $6 for adults. Kids 10 and under, it's just $3. Hosted by the Jeff's Crusaders Relay for Life team. They're also going to have door prizes. They'd love to have you with them tomorrow, 5 to 7, at New Bethel Assembly of God Church on Burning Fork. And swimming lessons start at the Ramey Park Pool this coming Monday. It's 2 weeks, every weekday, 5 to 6, for an hour, $125 per child or person. You can learn to swim too, ages 4 years and up. A 100% success rate last year. They look to build on that again this year. 349-5102 is the number to the pool. And this is my number, my address, my fax number, my email, my Facebook link, and me telling you that you can also drop calendar announcements off here at the newsroom, and we'll get them on. Birthdays, anniversaries, and organizational meetings, and they're all free. Sagersville National lets you go mobile with their new banking app. That's right, you can view your account and balance, transfer money, pay bills, and yes, deposit checks right from your phone from wherever you are. Just download the Sagersville National Bank app on your Android, iPad, iPhone, or other device. Any phone that can connect to the internet has the capability, and you can start saving time and money today with Sagersville National Bank's new mobile app. Wherever you are, we're there for you at Sagersville National Bank. Brand new to the viewing area, but a family-owned power sports business since 1964. M&M Power Sports on New 460 in Staffordsville is loaded with Kawasaki and Polaris ATVs and side-by-sides and savings, rebates, and financing to put you in control of your next adventure with parts, accessories, a full test riding facility on site, and professional service for every make and model at Kentucky's Power Sports Authority. M&M Power Sports on New 460 in Staffordsville. Premier Auto is all about what's here and now. A 2011 Camry, now $13,950. A 2013 Optima, now $19,450. An 011 Kia Soul, just $15,950. And a Dare to Compare 2011 GMC Sierra, $13,950 at Premier Auto in Paintsville.
4 teams must go immediately. It's Hot Chevrolet's triple bonus employee pricing. That means for a limited time, buy any new 2014 GM vehicle at Hot employee pricing. Plus 1, you get to keep the rebates. 2, a free family beach vacation. And 3, get 2 years free maintenance. Triple bonus employee pricing. Only at Hutch Chevrolet Buick GMC in Paintsville, Kentucky. Or at HutchChevrolet.com.
Now, we've been talking about Founders Day and whether or not there was going to be one. This after the McGoffin County Historical Society announced they simply just didn't have the means and the manpower to hold another event after they've hosted one for well over 30 years now. The city of Sagersville quickly got involved and started asking for volunteers. And as we told you a few days ago, there was an organizational meeting earlier this week to try to get some public input and support through volunteers. Mayor Pete Shepard says only a handful of folks turned out, but that they do have another meeting set and that they are talking about making a few changes and bringing back a few aspects of old. One of the biggest changes is that they're not going to be calling it Founders Day. I don't know how we're going to discuss it and not call it Founders Day, but for whatever reason, the Historical Society asked that it be called a different moniker other than their historical Founders Day celebration.
Forward with the McGoffin County Heritage Celebration. It'll be the name of it. It'll be on the Labor Day weekend as usual. Festivities will start on Wednesday with the baby contest. Thursday will be the Little Miss Master and the Miss Teen. On Friday we'll have the pet show. Hopefully we haven't contacted them, but we'll also have the school activities, and we will have Miss McGoffin that night, and on Saturday the parade. And tentatively maybe some fireworks. I don't know. We're working on that. Maybe that'll be something that we can work on too.
Saturday night, and you didn't mention the street dance, but what are we thinking? That's been an on and off thing for a
Yeah,
while.
it's
now.
been on and off and iffy, and they've had it different places. But what we talked about at our meeting the other night is having it just like we did the old time days back down in the center of Sayersville, at the red light, blocking the street off there and trying to route traffic around it, but having it back the way it used to be in the old when I was little and went to it. It seemed like it just lost a little of the flavor and a little of the excitement when we put it over on a parking lot or in the park or somewhere like that. It's always should have been downtown street, and we're going to try to do that this year if we can all possible. And that's why I say we're having a meeting next Thursday again here at the Health Department at 5 o'clock, and I wish more people would come out and show it interest and give us some ideas about how we can make this a good celebration and have everybody involved in it and do it for the county. And hopefully we'll have a better turnout. We had about 6 people come out or turn out the other night, so just need more people involved, and it's going to be an undertaking, but the cities we're committed to it, and the people that do the pageants and all the events is committed to it too. So we're going to have it. It'll be good. It'll be fine.
Now, let me say this. I'll also be seeking some support and more specifically some input from you. Mayor Shepherd kind of caught me up on the fireworks situation and the status with the tourism account and the lack of funds. For several years, I'd kind of taken it upon myself and with some help of some others to raise donations to keep the 4th of July fireworks display going. For the past couple of years, I've not been quite so involved with that. It got to the point where I really had a hard time asking businesses to pay for it because I knew that they were carrying such a burden trying to make sure that they helped everyone else with so many other donations throughout the year, especially post-tornado. But he says that it's going to come down to seeking donations or not having the display this year. And so right now, I'm just kind of, for all those loyal folks who helped us with so many years, if you'd like to send me a message or a call or something and let me know if you'd be interested in doing that, we're going to have to decide the next couple of days. And more than likely, it will hinge on having fireworks again for the 4th of July as to whether or not we'll once again take to trying to gather some donations. So if you want to go ahead and give me a call before I have time to get to you or something, please feel free to do so, because right now I'm just looking for a little bit of input on the matter before we try to get started with it. Now, for your forecast, well, scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly before 9, and they're mainly staying to the south of the viewing area. No complaints here. We should fare pretty well for the rest of the evening with a low of 61 and pretty much partly cloudy skies. We will see tomorrow a return of some scattered showers and thunderstorms, but it's going to be early, I think, and short-lived, mainly before 10 a.m. You're going to see some widespread fog in the morning, though, and we'll see partly sunny skies there to follow, and another comfortable temperature around 78 degrees, a low of 52, pretty much on par with where we should be, maybe even just a bit below average, no complaints. That early scattered shower threat and thunderstorm threat appears to be the only one we'll have for a little while thereafter. Yeah, check it out. Friday night, mostly cloudy, becoming mostly clear with a low of 52, followed by Saturday with sunny skies, a high around 80, a low of 55. You'll see no chance of showers, storms, or anything of that nature, and that's just good news. Mostly clear skies late, and taking you into your Sunday, more of the same. I think we're going to be from, say, midday Friday right now all the way through the end of your weekend in really good shape. Sunday's forecast continues to roll on with mostly sunny skies, 83 for your high, 62 for your low. Sunday night, partly cloudy skies. When Monday rolls around, well, we'll get back into that scenario with some sun, some clouds, some 80s, and showers and thunderstorms possible across the board. We'll also see temperatures climb next week from the upper 70s and low 80s to the mid and upper 80s. I don't know how you feel about that, but we'll talk about it later. For now, that's my time. I know I'm a little bit short, but we've gotten everything that we had electronically that got knocked off of track, so to speak, with the weather back online. And tomorrow we'll have coverage of the recount, which is set to take place tomorrow afternoon at 1. And if also I can work it out, I've got another special story that requires me being on the road bright and early tomorrow and getting back to the Judicial Center. So we're going to have some big news for you, certainly, and maybe a great deal of it. So tune in. You never know what's going to happen here at Your News Today. But for now, thank you for watching and have a good night.